After suffering a heavy defeat against Namibia to start the tournament, Sri Lanka somehow managed to crawl their way into the Super 12 stage amidst all the injury concerns. Now they have 5 guaranteed matches to try and qualify for the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. A win to begin things in the Super 12s will be a huge confidence booster, and that is why this encounter against Ireland is so important. The two teams have met twice in the format, with Sri Lanka winning both. The most recent meeting happened at the T20 World Cup last year, where Sri Lanka won by 70 runs. In the final round 1 game, Sri Lanka looked a bit out of sorts during the final stages but somehow managed to escape the counter-attack of Max O'Dowd to win the encounter. With the stakes going higher than before, Sri Lanka can't afford to make any more mistakes as the bigger teams won't let you escape from a face like that. With the first choice bowling attack not being available and Pramod Madushan also uncertain for the Super 12 opener, Sri Lanka will most probably have to go with the same bowling combination. With Kusal Mendis and Pathum Nissanka both scoring valuable half-centuries during the 2 must-win games, Sri Lanka would want Bhanuka Rajapaksa and skipper Dasun Shanaka to dish out a big score really soon. Sahith Asalanka is still not back to his brilliant best, but during the latter part of his 31 against Netherlands, he seemed to be finding his rhythm a bit. Ireland lost to Zimbabwe in their opening encounter, and just like Sri Lanka, they were staring at an early elimination. But since then, they produced 2 top quality performances, especially in their batting and in their dead bowling, to book their spot in the next round. After missing out on advancing to the Super 12 stage last year, qualifying for the next round this year is a huge plus for the Irishmen. One of the main focal points before Sri Lanka's game on Sunday will be Pathum Nissanka's fitness. He was taken for a precautionary scan due to a groin issue, and according to sources, he will be out for 3 to 4 days. This will be a huge relief for Sri Lanka, but at the same time, there's every chance he might miss the opening game of the Super 12 stage. If that happens, Sri Lanka will most probably have to fit Ashen Bandara into the playing 11. Sri Lanka's death bowling had 2 bad games out of 3 in round 1, and that is the biggest concern for Sri Lanka. With Dushman Shamira and Dirishan Madushanka both ruled out and Pramod Madushan being uncertain, Lairu Kumar and Binru Fernando will have to do a huge job by minimizing the mistakes that happened against Netherlands. Chamik Karunaratne, who's so far having a very quiet World Cup, will need to find his form once again if Sri Lanka needs to have a winning start to this Super 12 stage.
කාලගුණය කොහොමුණත් රයිනෝ නම් වහලට සේෆ් තමයි මුළු ගෙදරම.
For Ireland, their batting clicked at the right time with Paul Stirling, skipper Andy Balbirnie, Logan Tucker and Curtis Camphor coming into form with match-winning performances. Their bowlers Gareth Delaney and Mark Adair have also performed exceptionally well, which would give them a world of confidence in facing the higher-ranked sides. So it's fair to say that Sri Lanka is going up against a team that's firing on all cylinders. The playing 11 for the encounter for Sri Lanka still seems uncertain as there's every possibility of 1 or 2 changes happening due to injuries. Pathum Nissanka may not feature in this match due to his injury, and there's also a chance of Pramod Madushan returning to the side after recovering from the injury he sustained during the encounter against UAE. But with the current state of things, the highest probability is with Sri Lanka going unchanged. After winning 2 games out of 2 to reach the Super 12 round, Ireland is expected to go with the same 11 without tampering the winning combination. When it comes to key players for Sri Lanka, Wanindu Hasaranga is a name that always comes into conversation. So far in the World Cup, he has taken 7 wickets, maintaining an economy of under 6. But the problem for Sri Lanka has been that his batting has misfired so far. If his batting also clicks to go with bowling and fielding, he will be one of the most dangerous players in this tournament. So Sri Lanka will be hoping that Hasaranga's batting form will be back against Ireland in the same way it did during the encounter against the same opposition last year. With spinners performing well at Hobart, he is guaranteed to pose a lot of trouble to the Irish batters come Sunday. The ever so explosive Paul Stirling was a man on a mission against West Indies to knock the former 2-time champions out of the tournament. and he certainly has the capability to rip apart the Sri Lankan bowling to give Ireland an opportunity to win their opening game in the Super 12 stage. Hobart hosted 6 games of round 1 already and had much better conditions than Geelong, especially for batting, as the outfield conditions were much better. Unfortunately, weather reports suggest there's a high possibility of rain interruptions happening on Sunday, and a shortened game may be on the cards.